guys, welcome to another banging episode of Meet and Chill with Genius. Remember today, this is our third episode that we're recording today. And yeah, I came so excited, guys. I was so excited coming to today's show. And yeah, there's a lot that I wanted to talk about. But on my way here, I came across a bit of bad news. One of my high school friends passed away, you know. So, yeah, man, what a cool dude that passed away. So, I just want to give a moment of silence to him. And yeah. Yeah, no, may his soul rest in peace. His name was Sabalele. Yeah, and yeah, he was a cool guy, man. Cool guy, honestly, he was a cool guy. And yeah, death be not proud, you know. He robbed us of one of the good soldiers, but what can we say? Indlela yethu sonke. We all die at some point, you know. And yeah, may his soul rest in peace. So yeah, guys, today I wanted to talk about two things. I wanted to talk about what the life we thought we would have after matric. I think we all thought that life after matric will be, you know, all these glamours and that. That is the first thing that I wanted to talk about. And the second thing was, you guys, the second thing that I actually wanted to talk about was the toxicity in the workplaces. You guys, such entitlement of the. Okay, let's start first with this one, the matric one. You know, guys, I don't know if it's just me or the location that I came from, or maybe this relates to everyone. You know, when we were in high school, we all thought that after we finish matric, that that's when we'll start living our lives. I mean, you're living home. You're gonna stay on your own. You know, you're gonna have all the time to your life. You're gonna have all the time of your life by yourself, and you're gonna, there's no more parents that keeps on saying this, keeps on saying that. So I think we all thought that once you move out of home, damn, life is going to be fun for you. Life is going to be fun for you, uzophila kamnandi. That's when uzophila kamnandi. Hey, and it turned out to be the quite opposite, eh? You know, when we were in high school, there used to be one of two of those teachers who used to say that, yeah, kata skolo tlabon. And I think, yeah, most of us be so ashamed. Most of us be so ashamed. And yeah, and it's quite it's quite a funny story when you are now the one who's relating the message to, the younger generation, or the generation that is still in high school, that, hey guys, no, varsity is not really what you think it is. Yeah, but I think it has its own fair share. For me, I had a fair share of good times, bad times, broken times, and hey, in most cases, hey, varsity wasn't really so nice, because especially if you finish your matric and then you go to varsity. Oh, now it's better because there's NSFAS. In my time, there was still NSFAS, but man, it wasn't as easy and accessible as of today. Hey, I remember when I had to. Oh, this is what happened first. I want to start the story from there. I went to do. I think on the first episode I did mention that I went to UJ on the registration days, and only to find out they don't allow walk-ins anymore. I think that was 2014. Only to find out they don't allow walk-ins anymore. I think it was that year whereby a mother accompanied his son to the varsity, and then there was stampede, and I think I can't really remember the whole story. But I think, yeah, there was stampede, and then the lady died or something like that, and then that's when they decided to cancel the whole thing of walk-ins, and then everything was done online. So yeah, hey, my story, guys, my story of varsity. Hey, shame. When I really thought that once I finished my treatment, that was going to be the starting point of my life whereby I'm gonna be happy. I don't have to hide from my old lady anymore, because now I'll be staying on my own. Yeah, it was nice, honestly. It was nice, but it was also difficult because before I actually got to stay on my own, I was traveling because I did not receive I think NSFAS. Let me rather not lie, but I do remember after the first after matric, my first year, I was traveling home, and oh yeah, now I remember what happened. Remember, NSFAS doesn't pay out the fees in January. It pays fees somewhere around March, April. So the first 2 months I had to travel because now, I only obviously my lady didn't have the money to pay for me go resi and all of that, so I was traveling home. And that's when I was traveling with Sabelele again. Sabelele, we traveled, we went to the same high school, and then after that we were traveling to Vanderbilt Park together, from Dennisville to Vanderbilt Park together, but we were in different varsities. He was in, I don't remember this new varsity, that it was a college, the recent one that it was new by then. And for me, I was in VUT, so we were traveling using the same bus. So yeah, I was traveling and it was difficult. Yo guys, it was so difficult. My first year of varsity was difficult. I never got to finish, by the way, we'll get there. So on my first year, remember the bus, the transport was leaving Dennisville at 6:30. Yeah, I think we were leaving at 6:30 because we were combined with the high school kids, So yeah, the transport was leaving at 6:30 and it was coming daily around 5, and around 5 in the afternoon, that's when we will actually go back. And in university, it's not the same as high school, Sometimes you find out you only have one class in a day, Maybe Monday to Friday you've got classes the whole day, and then they end at maybe 2, and Tuesday maybe you have only 2 classes. And the way it was so difficult for me, dog. I was traveling, and on top of traveling, remember, on some days I had only, let's say on Wednesdays I had 1 class, but I had to leave with the whole school, with the transport from home at 6:30 and actually come back from school around 5, and by that time I only had classes at 2. So you can imagine staying in the library from in the morning, exeni, and then around 1, 2 your friends come in, and after that they leave, they go home, and then you have to remain until 5 o'clock every day. Damn dog, that made me that experience made school so difficult for me, to a point whereby I only did first semester of my biotechnology, and in the middle of second semester I left to do astronomical, because now that's when I got my first apprenticeship. But honestly guys, now I wouldn't stay at school though. I wouldn't, because hey guys, I loved money from the young age. And when I say I love money, don't get me wrong. When I say I love money, it means I just love the finer things money can buy for one, And as much as we are Christians and we are taught that money is all root of all evil, I guys, try and do good when you're broke. Try and feed the poor when you're broke. Try and feed your own self when you're broke. Then you will see that money is not a root of all evil. I think the greed is all root of all evil, but not money, guys. No. Try doing good when you broke. You will see that money is not root of all evil. Money is not that bad, guys. And money doesn't have to be the bad word. Because after all, how can we live without money? Because in today's world, money makes the world go around, So yeah, now I thought, guys, my varsity days would be fun and all of that. But it was difficult due to traveling and all of that. So yeah, second semester I left. I went to ArcelorMittal, and then that's when I actually had the chance to move from home. That's when I moved from home to stay on my own. Oh no, I wasn't staying on my own. I was staying with my brother. But yeah, my brother was good, man. We were good. And then eventually I had to move and stay on my own. But the most important thing that I wanted to emphasize was this idea that we grew up with. Finish school, and once you finish school, get to varsity. That's when your life, you will get to live your life. And I don't think it was just like it was like that for me only. Yeah, guys, I know a lot of guys, a lot of people who stayed at home after varsity, after matric. I mean, they stayed at home, guys. There was no bursaries. Others couldn't get a funding. In general, life. I think for me personally, I think life starts after matric. That's when life starts. You know, in high school, you're still being supported by folks. You know, you do good, you do wrong, they still reprimand you because they are there with you, you know. And once you get to varsity, that's when life will start, because you get to class, bro. Hey, get to class, there's so many influences, bro. There's the new kid who got, you thought you were better at school, or you thought maybe in high school you were the one with your distinctions and all of that. You get to varsity, there's a guy who's got way more than you, way more distinctions than you thought was possible in your high school. And you know, here's the funny part. You go in your home, you pass the way, you got your bachelor's, whatever, and then you get to varsity. And when you get to varsity, the guy who got just minimum entry, you are in the same class with that particular guy. You are in the same class with the guy who passed with the most distinctions, you know. So I think the narrative needs to change now. And the other thing, yeah, we grew up in that area that pass well your matric and then the bursaries will be fighting for you. Guys, bursaries fighting for you. I think we need to be honest. Yeah, maybe if you pass well, get your distinction here and there, you'll get the bursary, you know. And I think now it's much better because NSFAS is easily accessible, and yeah, and it's helping out a lot, man. It's helping out a lot. But back in the days, NSFAS wasn't that much accessible. You had to get this, get that, copy. Yeah, guys, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. But other than that, varsity could be nice if you have funding. It's much more nicer if you have funding. And remember, in varsity, there's nobody to reprimand you. My lecture in the first class said something. I think it was Miss Marais or something like that. She said, guys, here you're an adult, have a little bit of fun. I won't be calling you out if you're not attending classes. And imagine telling a person who just finished matric, who was forced to attend every class every week, every day, and then they get to varsity, you're telling them that, you know what, here you are not forced to attend the classes, but if you fail, it's all on you. Hey, it came as a source of happiness and caution at the same time, you know, because you are being told that nothing's going to happen if you don't attend classes, but at the same time, if you don't attend classes and then you fail, it's all on you. It's all on you, bro. So yeah, life after varsity, man, I think that's where everything starts, honestly, for me. And you know, others don't go to varsity, they stay at home due to funding issues. Others did not get accepted at school. Hey guys, our life after matric is not nice, man. Especially, for me, I ended up, it was nicer on the second semester when I went to astronomy down, because I got my apprenticeship there to do welding. And it's funny, hey, life is funny, guys. You end up becoming something that you never ever thought you would become. You know, in my high school days, I forever saw myself being that guy who's got an office up there, you know, in Saintin maybe. And you can get there. It's just not as quick as we think. And I think most of us, we are what we never thought we would be. I don't know if we can all agree, but we all thought that I'll be a doctor, I'll be there, you know. And ask me, what is it that I was doing at varsity? I was doing biotechnology. Bruh, I've never heard of anything of that sort in my life before. I never knew what biotechnology was, but all I knew that is on that particular year after matric, I wanted to find myself studying. I applied for analytical chemistry and logistics. And honestly, I still didn't even know what logistics was. I was just told to study logistics by, you know, people around, but I never knew what logistics meant. And yeah, analytical chemistry, I think I applied for it because closer people were, were doing analytical chemistry. And the thing that I wanted to become a pilot. That I knew for sure. I wanted to become a pilot or an entrepreneur who has got, an office somewhere, top building in Sentin. But that thing of not having proper career coaching and all of that, I found myself doing biotechnology. And hey, guys, yeah, biotechnology was still more related to the subjects that I was doing in high school, life sciences and microbiology and all of that. Hey, but I hated life science, guys. I was passing it nicely, so bad. I'm more of the numbers person. I love calculators and all of that. But the fear of sitting at home without, attending school, I think that's what got me into whatever that was available by that time. And that one, I forced my way through to get in, guys. VUT, I forced my way to get in because I didn't want to stay at home. And yeah, first of all, 6 months down the line, I applied for an apprenticeship. I got an apprenticeship in Metal. I left. I went to Metal. And then when I was in Metal, I remember I left varsity and I left the friends that I've made for the past 6 months. And now, for some reason, I met them in the Vanderbilt Park because Metal Vanderbilt Park works and VUT, yeah, it's all in Vanderbilt, so I met them there. And that's when I started having a good life. Good life in the sense that I was now able to party, I was able to enjoy myself because I was no longer the thing, school or, So, yeah, I think most of us can share that and can testify that life after matric is not really as what we think it is. And yeah, we all have personal experiences that are different. But I think most people can be able to say that, hey, guys, life starts after matric. When you are in high school, under parental care, you're good, you want a phone, they get you a phone, you want that, But I think, again, it comes with the location that you grew up in and the type of the education that your folks had. It comes with a lot of, but back then, 2013, 2014, our parents were really trying hard to make us survive. Everything was all about survival, It was never about options and luxury and all of that. So kids now, the 2000s, they're having it easy though. They're having it easy. Not all of them, but most they're having it easy because my mom is a doctor, my mom is a lawyer. Understand? My mom is a principal, my mom is a teacher, my dad is that, So they're having it a bit easier. Not certain, but that's at least what I think. But the most important thing that I wanted to emphasize on this topic was guys, I think we must show the younger generations the truth about varsity and change their perspective in the sense that, hey, varsity is not that thing that we think it is, man. No, yeah. It could be nice. It is nice, but the choosing of the courses that you are going to do again after matric, the most important thing that I think we should convey to the young ones, they must be careful because now there's a lot of courses that we do in university that doesn't have jobs, and there's a lot of them. Courses like hospitality. Happy, what? I feel like the education system of South Africa is designed to create employees instead of employers. Because you find that we go to varsity, we come back with degrees, and then we can't do anything for ourselves. We can't do anything for ourselves. Or maybe it's that thing of CPF, we cram pass and forget as long as we pass the modules or what. But I think we go to varsity and we come back with nothing at some point. So please, guys, those ones who have finished matric and they've got experience after life, after matric and all of that, please, when you get these young people, advise them accordingly. So please, man, because we cannot keep on having generations of students who studied useless courses. I'm gonna call it the way it is. There are courses that are useless. And here's the funny thing: we're paying a lot, you know. NSFAS pays a lot, bursaries pays a lot for university for courses that are useless. You know, because after that you can't get a job. I mean, the main reason why we go to university it's to get a job after that. You know, so yeah, please guys, when you're advising the younger ones, make sure that you also help them with career choosing and all of that. And yeah, hey, there's a lot that I could talk about in high school stuff, but I want to talk about this other one. This is the most important one, and I think it's the main one that causes depression. It causes people to kill themselves. It causes families to drift apart. You know, my dad used to be a good guy. He used to love us. He used to have a good time with us before he actually started working at this place. But then ever since he started working there, he's changed. He's a different person. Hey, hey. Guys, if you are a leader, Komberoko, or if you are a supervisor, a manager, a boss, whatever that it is that you do at work, treat people with respect. Treat people with respect. Treat people with care, man. No, guys. I mean, you know that you guys are the reason sometimes people end up taking their lives. Foremen, supervisors, managers, they are the reasons why people end up taking their lives sometimes. Because they don't respect people. They don't give people, guys, toxic workplace. Hey, I don't know how many of you guys go to work or work in places that are toxic. And it's not nice, guys. It's not nice. Let me give you my experience. Right, fine. I went to ArcelorMittal. I finished my apprenticeship. Yeah, then I got an experiential year for 1 year. Then I moved to start another apprenticeship at ArcelorMittal. 2018, I was starting another apprenticeship at Siritinova. Fast forward, I qualified in 2021 as a boilermaker, and yeah, kept on changing the sections. And fast forward 2022, yeah, I'm in a section at the primary tip in Siritinova. I didn't want to mention the company, but the company did nothing to me. It was humans working in the environment that got me to actually leave the place, you know. And I left the place thinking that I was doing myself a favor and I was following my dream. But after I got out, I think that's when I started to actually figure myself, find out what happened, you know. And I realized that one of the reasons why I left the workplace that I was working was toxic people, toxic leaders. You know, man, I was frustrated every day when I had to wake up and go to work. Man, I was working for my kids as well. I was working for myself. I was working for my family. But it's not nice, guys, waking up every day, going to work frustrated, bored. The moment you wake up in the morning, you're thinking, when will Chile come? You know, it's not nice. And only to find that the people who are making other people to work like this, foremen, supervisors, managers, even colleagues at some point. So no, guys, please, all I'm asking for you is to be kind towards each other. Because other people are carrying, they're carrying heavy things, guys. And they go to work. When they get to work, it's your supervisor, and generally I feel like that's a man's life. I'm not being gender biased, but I think men has a lot more, having it a lot more harder than women at work. So yeah, I wanted to give you guys my story. So yeah, I was in this new section, and hey guys, now I've always been one type of person who's more focused on self-improvement. you know. I hate feeling like I'm stuck in one place. Hence, maybe I've started a lot of businesses, and you know, I hate being stuck. I hate being stuck. And yeah, I always find a way to improve myself. So yeah, here's this 2022. Yeah, 2022, I'm in this plant boiler shop in yeah, at the mine. 20 I think 2022, 2023, yeah, 2023, 2024, somewhere there. 2023, my foreman leaves. My foreman and the sergeant leaves. They leaves because they did some things to the company. In fact, yeah, or other one got dismissed, other one decided to resign. And now positions was open. Positions was open. I applied, didn't get it, and applied for the sergeant one, didn't get it. Applied for the foreman one, didn't get it, which is I was okay. But I always wanted to improve myself, so they appointed another guy who was, you know, amongst us. And hey, guys, that guy was toxic. Honestly, I still think he's toxic even now. And the reason why I'm saying it was toxic for me, it was when I tried, like, he was stopping everything that I tried to do in order for me to improve. I don't know if because I was a threat or what, but he was stopping everything that I tried to do in order to improve myself. And hey guys, it made me get frustrated at every situation. Like, hey, I even think this topic, maybe we should leave it for next time, because I'm getting frustrated when I'm thinking about it one more again. Like, I'm getting frustrated, so I think maybe we should leave it for next time. And yeah, no guys, I'll be calling some of you to come and have these conversations about everything workplace, and all of that. So thank you. As you know, I almost left this conversation in the middle because now it's frustrating me. So yeah, no, I'm okay now. I'm good now. I'm good now. I'm in business, and I'm happy. I wake up at my own time. I sleep at my own time. I decide my daily routine. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm good, and I think there's nothing that feels as better as that. Nothing feels better than that. So meanwhile, we still on a topic, guys. Karma. Karma is real, though. Karma is real, and treat people how you want to be treated, man. You know, just treat people good. Treat people how you want it to be, how you want to be treated, and do remember one thing: you are replaceable. In everything you do, being a foreman, being a leader, you are replaceable, and you could be the one treating people bad today, then they demote you. You know, and you could be the one mistreating people, then get fired. After all, the company is not yours. You are just an employee as everyone. You know, so please, guys, quit this thing of thinking that because you are a supervisor, you're above everyone. No, work with people in respect, in good manner, and in good faith. You know, and leadership doesn't mean superiority. If I'm saying it wrong. So yeah guys, asebenze nabantu kahle man, asebenze nabantu kahle. And hey, you know, when I was still working there by Sriti, one of the HR guys was actually shot, and you don't know whether it was part of the people who was working at the company or not. And Aslan Mittal as well, I think about a few years ago, there was also a manager that was gunned down and he died because he was mistreating people and all of that. And I remember there's other video that was popular amongst, I think on socials, 2-3 years back, of a guy who stabbed the other one to death. Guys, protect your life, man. Protect your life, because when you are at work, you are there for your kids, and everyone is actually there for their kids. You know, so patana bantu uNkulunkulu kahle, because God entrusted you guys with the positions. So, and patana bantu kahle. Yeah, all right, yeah, guys. Now I think this is it for this show. I'll be calling you some of you guys to come and join us on the next show. Like I said, this is still early days. I'm still doing everything on my own, but we'll get there. We'll get there, and I'm thoughtful and I'm hopeful that, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So we will be buying more equipment to come and actually host the show, and bring more people to have the show with us. So thank you. If you like the content, please subscribe, share our videos, like, and tell us what would you like us to discuss on the next show. We value you guys, and yeah, we really appreciate the fact that you stayed until this long. And thank you. It's your boy Gina signing out from the podcast. I'll see you next time. I'll go.